everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I am out to paint a plein air painting. The light of the evening around 5 p.m. There were some kids accompanying me. It's because it is a village, I have many people accompanying me. So I'm taking out my colors. I'll talk about the color palette which I'm using. I have titanium white, lemon yellow, cadmium orange, burnt sienna. I have ultramarine blue, rose madder, mauve which is a purple color, yellow ochre, sap green, cadmium red, cerulean blue, emerald green. I'll be starting out on a 8 by 6 sized canvas. And there came my sister. She came to accompany me. It is quite a fun to be outdoors because I'll be having a lot of people talking to me all the time, and which is very relaxing, and at the same time I can get the work done. So I'll be starting with cerulean blue, a little bit of ultramarine blue and titanium white. The reason why I use titanium white is because it is having a very high tinting strength. As you can see, the color of the sky, I have put a lot of blue into it, which is way darker in value. So I will take a little bit of titanium white and it can even it all out. Now I'll be painting the landscape, and I'll be starting with the horizon, and I was seeing a yellow-orange color light which was falling on the ground. So that I have accomplished by mixing it with sap green and cadmium orange and titanium white. The color palette in which I'm mixing the colors, I got it from a watercolor pack. It is Camel's watercolor. I took the watercolors out and now I use it for mixing my oil paints, and it is very lightweight and I can use it on location all the time. So yeah, here are the greens. I was trying to capture the light first in order to see how the light is falling and where the light is falling, because the light was changing so fast that I had to capture only the light portions first. So I put the lightest light areas in the painting first. So you can see I am putting out the shadows, and I have put the trees onto the right hand side, which were having the little less of the sunlight falling on it. As I proceed the painting, you will see how I have accomplished the light which is falling onto the area. Like, it wasn't falling on the area, but since I was looking directly at the sun, the light was, I don't know, it was casting some sort of light onto the painting. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I can paint it and you will see it in the later results. When I'm painting the tree, they seem really darker, but actually they were not that dark, and I made that mistake. I'm not painting the landscape for the sheer act of painting the landscape. I want to challenge myself with the color palette that nature throws at us. So I wanted to capture it so that I can apply it in different paintings. The challenge is so difficult that at times I feel like not doing it at all, but I think the results, or the good results, will lie only when we are going ahead with the practice. Now I'm painting the darkest areas in the painting, though it wasn't this dark, which I realized later, and I will lighten it up a little bit later on. The best part of this landscape was that the whole village was seen, like the whole farms of the farmers were seen. Now when I'm painting this area of the painting, it was actually the furthest away, and I wanted to paint it with the lightest value there was. Like, apart from the light falling onto the ground, this was the lightest of all trees. So when I'm painting it, I had added a little bit of blue to it, but when I actually saw it, it was like all orangish blue, and it wasn't that blue. Wherein in all my paintings I have spoken about the perspective wherein all the paintings will turn blue, or all the trees will turn blue, which are further apart from where we are standing, right? but when the light is casting light onto the entire area, the story gets different. And that is why we have to go to location and we have to see. Now I am painting the front grasses. The front grasses were 2 times larger in size than the entire landscape, and it was very dark also. So they were having the darkest areas in the painting, and I wanted to also put the light which was falling on these grasses. So I'm mixing lemon yellow and ultramarine white and a little bit of cadmium orange to get that greenish orange color. Now I'm adding lot of cadmium orange and burnt sienna here in front grass, and also to darken it and warm up the whole scene, in the front. So I'm warming it up by using warm colors. Now here are some more grasses, and I am almost done with the painting, but I still have to capture the grasses which are in the front, like the light which is falling onto the grasses. So here again I wanted to actually capture the intricacies of the grasses, but I had not enough time to do all of it. Maybe if I approach a bigger painting on a larger scale, I will take my time in the studio to capture it. So I am taking notes of the color palettes which I was seeing at that very moment, and I'm gonna take this into the studio and I'm gonna paint it. So here you can see that the colors are mixing well together. But I got a problem because I couldn't separate the foreground with the middle ground. So what I did was I later on put some light onto the grasses which separated the foreground with the middle ground, which was the important aspect. Now the lightest area into the painting obviously is going to be the sky, and then after that will be the land onto which the light is falling. So these are the final touches to the painting. And I am using a lot of lemon yellow and titanium white. Here I am using emerald green. And there goes my sister. These people are having fun, and I was doing the work because even I was having fun. Now I add a little bit of lemon yellow and also rose madder in order to add that orangish, bright orangish color which the sun was casting onto the sky. So I was mixing it up, and then I got fed up and I have put a lot of rose madder onto the canvas, which you're gonna see in a while. But that wasn't a problem because I was going to fix it with with titanium white. I'm gonna fix it with titanium white, and yeah, almost done with the painting. I was very, very happy with the painting because I accomplished it in a single sitting. But I'll go home and do some touch-ups because it was turning dark at that very time. So yeah, see how I have blended the entire sky because the light was coming from the left hand side, and the light was falling onto the right hand side. So that is something which I have accomplished after my mentor has told it so many times. So I will add a little bit more of the titanium white because I wanted to show the transition in the sky, and I wanted to show a lot of depth into the sky as well, so which can be achieved by having some sort of transition into the sky. I'll be mixing it even further by the brush, with the cerulean blue which I started, and I am blending on the edges of the trees so that they aren't that sharp because the central focal point is the light which is falling onto the ground. Now we are going to have some fun with my cousins. They are really sweet people. They'll always accompany me and we'll always have fun some or the other way. We collected feathers also that day. And yeah, this is the final result. Please let me know how did you like the entire video. Please comment your views on this video below and let me know what are the challenges that you are facing as a plein air painting. The biggest challenge which I face is being a female plein air painter, and I have to be very conscious of the surroundings. Just let me know what are your challenges, and you can support me by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and also share this video with your friends and family, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys, thank you so much again. Bye.
Bye bye.